Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to talk about some NFL news here. Go over some news, as long as some injury updates ahead of today's NFL slate. So we got, per your report here, sources, the hashtag Falcons will start QB Desmond Ridder going forward, beginning with their next game against the hashtag Saints, handing the ball back to their original starter. So Desmond Ridder was their original starter through the season. They benched him, bringing Taylor Heinicke, and now the Falcons will start Desmond Ridder now going forward throughout the rest of the regular season. Handing the ball back to their original quarterback while not handing off to their first round running back. Typical Arthur Smith. Get Bijan the ball more. Nobody wants to see this mid pass the ball. He's not very good. The Heinicke era in Atlanta is gone just like that. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go so well with Desmond Ridder. But apparently, James Palmer quote tweeted that. And he said, "From what I'm told, the Falcons believe the bulk of Ridder's mistakes were correctable and felt he had a lot of learning to do. A move back to him was always planned unless Tyler Heinicke went on a ridiculous run. It wasn't like they fell out of love with Ridder. Needed a reset." So this is from what James Palmer was told. Are the mistakes of Arthur Smith correctable? Well, fire him is correct. But they probably won't. That's crazy. Ridder's started bench, now back to starting. So we want Bijan touches. He gives them the best chance to lose games. So I mean, I get a fair reset, but I just don't think it will change much. So hashtag Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen, who's listed as questionable with a shoulder injury, is expected to play today without restrictions against the hashtag Packers, per source. Wide receiver Jalen Guyton, who suffered a groin injury in practice Friday, will be inactive. So Keenan Allen will play. No Jalen Guyton in this game. So, Vikings running back Alexander Mattison is questionable with a concussion. Is expected to play Sunday night against the hashtag Broncos, sources tell Ian Rappaport and at Tom Pelissero. He was a full participant on practice on Friday. But a lot of people were hoping Ty Chandler would play a lot, or would have the backfield to himself. But Mattison's pass blocking is huge. So, I guess maybe he wasn't concussed, maybe they just put him in the protocol just for precaution, but he was questionable with a concussion, but now he's expected to play tonight. Hashtag Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett with a hamstring is listed as questionable, but there's optimism that he goes, sources said. He'll have a pre-game workout, so it's pretty much going to be like a kind of a game-time decision for Tyler Lockett. There's optimism that he goes out there and plays this game. The hamstring, but he'll have a pre-game workout. I swear he's always questionable to play with some type of injury, it feels like. The hashtag Panthers have activated tight end Ian Thomas from injured reserve, slowly getting healthy. Yeah, it's not like it matters. They're not going to make no playoff push. It's not like they're going to make a freaking playoff push. I mean, come on. There's a few injury updates there from Ian Rappaport. So it's a little bit of injury news there. Let's get Adam Schefter. Our Panthers head coach Frank Reich will get a close look today at Cowboys QB Dak Prescott, whom he once hoped the Eagles were going to select in the 2016 draft. That would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. So we have a few injury updates here. Texans wide receiver Noah Brown, listed as questionable for Sunday due to a knee injury, is unlikely to play versus the Cardinals, but the Texans want to work him out pregame before making any decisions. Well, it looks like Noah Brown's most likely going to be out for the Cardinals game. I talked about earlier this week how he's probably going to be out, but it looks like he's doubtful to play this game. Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson, listed as questionable for Sunday's game versus the Bills, said he will play. So Garrett Wilson, listed as questionable throughout the week, will play this game against Buffalo, which they really need him. The Eagles have ruled out tight end Dallas Goedert from Monday night's game versus the Chiefs and activated offensive lineman Cam Jurgens from injured reserve. So they're going to be missing Dallas Goedert in this game, but it's probably be more passes to AJ and Devontae. Or maybe Jack Stroh legacy game. The Dolphins re-signed wide receiver Robbie Chosen to their practice squad, then promoted him to the active roster for Sunday's game versus the Raiders. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they cut him and bring him back. I think it resets being able to call him up as a practice squad player or something. Cardinals wide receiver Michael Wilson, listed as questionable for Sunday due to a shoulder injury, suffered a setback during the week and is not expected to play versus Texans. So it looks like both teams will be out. Will be without some receivers. Noah Brown for Houston and for Arizona, Michael Wilson. But maybe this could be a big game for Trey McBride. Hopefully a speedy recovery for Michael Wilson. And I've probably already talked about Justin Jefferson and won't play Sunday night against the Broncos. Devin Chain I talked about. He would play. So Bears running back Deonta Foreman, questionable with an ankle, is expected to play Sunday versus Lions per source. He has 163 yards on 41 carries last 2 weeks. With Khalil Herbert activated, the Bears fully healthy at running back. So they're out. So they're healthy now at running back, at least for this week. The Seahawks are signing 41-year-old offensive tackle Jason Peters to their active roster from the practice squad for the remainder of the season per his agency. Now his 20th NFL season, Peters still going strong. He turns 42 in January. And Jason Peters is still playing. He's made a big impact still. He's been balling out. And it's crazy. At age 41. So that's all the injury updates I got through from Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. So now we're going to get to news from Dolph Kleeman. So, update. The most likely return game that hashtag Jets QB Aaron Rodgers could return to is the December 24th game against the hashtag Commanders on Week 16 per at Rap Sheet. That gives Rodgers 3 more games to play this season. If Rodgers can protect himself and the team is on the playoff hunt, that would make plenty of sense. I don't think it's happening. A 39-year-old recovering from a torn Achilles. It wouldn't be a good idea. And why even risk re-injury when you won't be able to be mobile? I don't get it. Well, I know he wants to come back and help his team, but just recover, man. So, per your report, the hashtag Jets are expected to make another run at a trade for hashtag Raiders Davante Adams this offseason. Sources tell at Adam Schefter they want to reunite him with Aaron Rodgers. They were, quote, quickly rebuffed when attempting to trade for him this season ahead of the trade deadline, but that probably won't stop them from trying again this offseason. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers wants to get Davante Adams, I think they'll try and get him. It'd be obviously a great quarterback-wide receiver duo. So I don't think the Raiders are going to want to trade Davante Adams away. And you would give up more assets for 1 year of Aaron Rodgers, or maybe another 1 full season now when he comes back from the injury. They would have to give up a lot. There's a few news stories from Dolph Kleeman, some 2 Aaron Rodgers things right there about his most likely return game, but I still don't think it'll happen. And they're expected to make another run at Devontae Adams this offseason. I already talked about Desmond Ridder, so yeah, that's all I have to say for this video, so until next time, peace.